Hey everyone, Johnny Boy here, and welcome back to the Subnautica Beginner's Guide. In today's episode, I know I said I'd be showing you the ins and outs of base building, but unfortunately, I remembered something kind of important. You see, in order to survive in a base, you're going to need food, which I'm going to show you how to get in a little bit. And in order to do an exploit which helps you with the food, you need to find something that's in the Aurora. And to get into the Aurora, you're going to need a laser cutter and a repair tool, which, unfortunately, I cannot make since I don't have the blueprints for them. So, in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you some areas where you can get some useful blueprints, where you can get your replenishable food source, and then I'm going to be showing you something that makes traveling around just a little bit easier. But, since I feel bad that I couldn't show you guys base building, I'm going to be showing you something else instead. How to make your first vehicle, the Seamoth. So, let's get started. If you swim straight this way towards the cloudy area from the life pod and behind the engines of the Aurora, you should find the area that'll help you get replenishable food sources. And if you swim directly in this path, you'll also find a couple of wreckages. Let's see if I can get to them really quick. Here we go. Here's our first wreckage. Let me just swim up to the surface so I can kind of give you a better understanding of where exactly it's at. As you can see, we're pretty close to that foggy area over there. Just a little bit behind the thrusters and about 440 meters away from our ship. So, if we go directly down here, we should see some useful goodies around the ship. Like this is a bioreactor. The bioreactor allows us to power the base using edibles, like, for example, potatoes or lamp fruits, which is going to be something I'm showing you how to get. I don't think I said that right. Now, I know that looks enticing to go into, but look around a little bit before you go into it, because there should be some boxes as well as some scattered things with goodies in it. Like, let's see. Is that something? Nope, that's just quartz. Ah, here we go. Something like this. This is the laser cutter. This is one of the things I needed to get into the Aurora, but unfortunately I'm going to need to find 2 more of those before I can make it. And here's that last part of the bioreactor. Oh. I already finished it. Oh well, titanium's good. I don't know if I mentioned it, but if you scan a thing that you already have the blueprints for, you get 2 titanium for it, which is useful if you can't really find titanium or metal salvage. Okay, now that I'm done scanning the area, both literally and figuratively, we can get into this little ship here. There should be a couple of useful goodies for us. Let's see what we can find. I sorely needed water. And now I need to go back up because I can't breathe. Now, along with the tools that I want to find in here, I can also scan some housing stuff, like this desk. Or this chair. I think there's also, let me see, a swivel chair. Yeah, I can use that. Why not? Let's make our base look as nice as possible. Ooh, a modification station. This is useful to make upgrades to your equipment, like making fins that make you swim faster, or making some upgrades to your future vehicles. I believe that was one of the things you could do with it. And this is a mobile vehicle bay. This is how you make your vehicles. Well, most of them anyway. Okay, I think I've found everything I needed to find around this one. So let me show you how to get to the next one. And you can use this as your guiding post. I'm going to swim straight to the surface and get my bearings. So there's the Aurora. There's the foggy area. So now I need to swim due right of that. So this way. This should take a couple of seconds. Now, along the way, I happened to find this vending machine, which you might think is useless, but you can actually get food from it. It's terrible, terrible food, which only gives you, like, I think 2, 3, or 5 food. But it's something. If you're desperate, go for... Oh, I ran out of batteries. Anyway, if you're desperate for it, just go ahead and put it in. And here's the salvage ship I was talking about. Now, like the other one, there's a lot of useful goodies just laying around it. So let's see what we can find. Immediately, I just found a scanner room fragment. The scanner room scans the surrounding area and lets you know what's near you. Like, say, if I wanted to find metal salvage, I can just ping it up on the scanner room, and it'll do a radius search and show me where it's at. And if you have a certain chip upgrade you can make with the scanner room, you can directly see it even if you're not inside the base. So that's pretty useful. I think this should be the last piece of the Seamoth that I needed. Yep, there we go. Now I just need to get the mobile vehicle bay and then we can make it. Here's the propulsion cannon. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet already, but with the propulsion cannon, you can pick up and grab things. I'm pretty sure that's redundant what I just said, but anyway, like say for example, a little crab-like creature is annoying you. You can pick it up and fling it into oblivion because that little sucker can go die. No. Oh, 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 oh. So, these guys are annoying. Let me see what they're called. I'll brave danger. They're called sand sharks. And appropriately named. These guys hide in the sand in the blood kelp zone area that we're in. And they attack pretty much anything that goes near them. Okay, I think I found pretty much everything that I could around here, so let's get into this ship. And in order to get into the ship, you need to go to the center here, and there should be a hole right there. Okay, let's see what we can find. Ooh, here's the last piece of the mobile vehicle bay. Now I can go make that Seamoth, which I'm gonna do after I finish exploring this little wreckage. Now, when exploring this ship, there's a little bit that's probably confusing to get through. So I'm just gonna show you really quick. You swim into this area and where do I go? Well, if you look right around... Geez, now I'm lost. Here, right around here. There's a little gap that you can swim into, which takes you to, I'm guessing, what's a ventilation shaft? Probably. And you get into this big old area with a bunch of useful goodies in it, like the Prawn Suit. This is one of the most important vehicles in the game. You can use the prawn to get resources, explore up to 900 feet, I believe, as well as punch fish. Yes, punch fish. It's a pastime that I enjoy doing thoroughly. Now, here is where the repair tool comes in handy. Oh wait, I have the repair tool. I forgot about that. You can use the repair tool to fix these cables and open this door, and that allows you to explore just a little bit more inside of this wreckage. Oh, that was fun. Here's a battery charger. It does exactly what the name says it does. It charges your batteries, which I can't tell you how useful that is. Here's a picture frame, which I can use to hang the pictures I've taken with all my numerous survivor friends. Oh. Unfortunately, going around this wreckage, it didn't appear that I could find all the laser cutter fragments that I needed. I'll do one more sweep of the area just to make sure, but I have a backup area just in case something like this did happen. Aha! Here we go. Like I said, it's important to do a sweep of the area. This little box was writing right here. And, well, there you go. There's the laser cutter. But, since I'm right here, right next to this particular wreckage, if you go to this little area right here and look down, go down, here is the, I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I'm sure we'll think of a creative name for it. The jellyfish mushroom looking biome. It sounds pretty good. Let's go with that. Okay, now that I've finished exploring that wreckage over there, we're gonna go to a little bit of a, not quite a wreckage, but it should have some useful things on it, so I can get a few more useful blueprints. After that, we're gonna go and build a mobile vehicle bay, so I can make the Seamoth, which is going to make traveling around much, much faster. Here we go, right over here. This thing, it's actually not too far away from your base, just about 300 meters. And it's, I want to say another 50 meters away from that wreckage I showed you the first one. So let's see if we can find anything good here. Here's your counter. It's not good, but it's something. Well, it appears that my luck has run out and there's nothing here worth using, except for the counter, I guess. So let's go ahead and make that mobile vehicle bay. Nobody likes you, Gary! Yeah, get out of here, punk. Heard you yelling at me. Now that I'm back in my life pod, after I finish cooking up these peepers, we're going to take a look at what we need to make the mobile vehicle bay, as well as the laser cutter I just got. So let's see. In order to make the laser cutter, we need 2 diamonds, battery, titanium, and cave sulfur. I have all 3 of those except for the 2 diamonds, which I can show you how to get in this episode. It's not that far away. I just took a second to run out of the life pod in order to grab the ingredients that we need to make the mobile vehicle bay, which is titanium ingot, lubricant, and a power cell. Now, to make titanium ingot, you need 10 titanium, which it's not really that hard to get since you can just go and grab some metal salvage, and at least 3 will get you 12, so it's not that complicated. Then you need a power cell, which you just need 2 batteries and a silicon rubber. And then you need lubricant, which, again, not that complicated. You just need 1 seed cluster. Now let's go ahead and make it and see what we need to make the Seamoth. Now all we have to do is right click at the drop. Oh, really? Huh. I thought that would work. Okay, you put it in your inventory, and then you just drop it like that. Now let's climb on in. And click this, and see what we can make. We need titanium ingot, power cell, 2 glass, lead, and lubricant. I have all of those except for the titanium ingot, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I got everything I need to make this seat. I forgot my lubricant. I'll be right back again. Okay, now I really have everything that I need. So let's make the Seamoth. Hopefully they don't put it on a rock or something, because that would be annoying. Yeah, these things can blow up, and if they blow up, there's no repairing them. Now that we've made our handy dandy Seamoth, getting around should be much, much easier. So with that said, let's go to that foggy area over there I was mentioning. It's where we're going to be getting our food. So let's hurry up and get along over there. As you get closer and closer to the fog, you can start to see, through the surface tension of the water, that it's actually an island. You can start to see it now. There we go. And that island is full of edible plants, which we're going to be making very good use of. Along with the edible plants happens to be a bunch of stuff that we're going to be using for our base. So I'll quickly run along the island and show you what you need to get. This is a bulbo tree. While not incredibly useful, it does have its perks. Like, for instance, let me just go ahead and pull out my knife. Bloop. This thing has high water content, and it's also edible. So let's see what it gives you. It gives you 8 food and 10 H2O. While that sounds pretty enticing, it's not quite good enough for me to consider grabbing. Let's go see what we can get.
Yeah.
Remember those annoying crab creatures I was talking about? These punks? They like to just run up and attack you for some reason. Cut you! I'll cut you! Come on, little punk. Aha. Now on this island, along with all the plant life, there are 2 mountains and a little area in the center which I want to explore. But for now, we're going to go to this little house I'm right next to and get all the things that we can. Like this bulkhead, which is used to seal off a room that's filling with water. These composite plant pots, which, when I put in the base, I can grow food in. Also, this thing right here, the marble melon, this is our primary source of food, and I will tell you why. This small one, this is a small one, mind you, has 11 food and 7 H2O. The big ones have a whole lot more than that. This is the Chinese potato. Now, it has 12 food and 3 H2O, which is nothing to sneeze at for food, but this is what we're going to be primarily putting in our bioreactor, which is going to be powering the base a lot. This is the observatory, which, well, you could observe things in. I kind of like to put plants in here. Give them a little sunlight. It's nice. I'll be coming round the mountain when I come. I'll be going round the mountain when I come. Now, there's the big one, but there's crabs around here. I can hear them. Oh, there it is. I gotta fight these things to the death before I show you guys anything. Get it. Okay, I think I'm good now. Spotlight. Just good for lighting up the area around your base. Ooh, the Stasis Rifle. This, if you don't feel like picking up the crabs with the propulsion gun, is used to, well, stun the suckers. Now, let's do this really quick. Here's a small one. Here's a big one. The small one, 7 H2O and 11 food. Big one, 12 food, 14 H2O. That's the equivalent of using basically a water bottle and eating a fish. But it's all in one, which I'm guessing you can see the usefulness in. So I'm just going to go ahead and eat that one and eat that one. Now, you might be wondering how you make use of this. Well, you take out your knife, and instead of picking it up with left, you right-click it, and you cut it. That gives you 4 seeds. And what you do with these seeds, I guess I can't do it in this one, but you click on the plant bed, and you plant the seeds in there like you would any other thing. And voila, that's how you farm in this game. This is the purple tablet, which is going to be used to get to an area which is, it's going to help me get around a lot easier. Yeah, can't forget to scan this. The multi-purpose room. It's basically your main room in the game. It is very useful, very big, and allows you to put a lot of things in it. This is a wall planter. Not much use, I guess, if you just want it to look pretty in the room, but whatever. Now, let's see what this is. These are the Ultra Glide Fins. This is what I was talking about earlier when I was getting the Modification Station. Oh yeah, by the by, there's a feature in the game where if you hold F with the scanner, you can scan yourself. And I'm relatively normal. I'm perfectly healthy. This is the lantern tree. These have plentiful fruit, and they take up a decent amount of space, and they give you 10 food and 3 H2O. With how much these things give you, it's worth grabbing, but I don't use them for food. These things can be used for power. They're almost as good as the potatoes, but in case you're basically out of potatoes, these things can be a replacement for them as far as power go. So it's worth picking up at least one and planting it for that reason. Now this is the most important thing you could ever find on this island. The indoor grow bed. This is what you're going to be using to plant all of your food. I mean, I could use that small plant, I guess, the planter pot, but it's not exactly ideal. And I especially can't use it if I want to plant this big old lantern tree. I think. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I got what I came here for, so that means we can move on. Okay, now that I've got everything that I needed from this island, it's time to take you to the other place I wanted to show you. You see, let me see if I can get the angle. To the right of my screen, that little blurry thing. I'm going to take you over there. And it's going to have a lot of useful material there. Much like this place had a lot of useful food in it. So, I'll be right back. The abyss is scary. The abyss is scary. You know, I just happened to remember something in the middle of recording all of this. The thing that I needed in the Aurora, I could actually find it in one more spot. And that spot, if you remember that little cave I showed you earlier, is exactly where I get it. I guess I'll take us over there for a quick little detour. That way I can just start the next episode off with base building. But I'll still go into the Aurora for some particular reasons. Here we go. Oh, I just killed that poor fish. Back to our old cave. Now, let's just go ahead and go down here in our little Seamoth to show you the jellyfish mushroom cave. There's got to be a better name for this thing, dang it. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Ow. So, there's a crush limit to this thing, which I'm going to need to be very careful about, because if I go too low, the Seamoth is going to blow up. So I'm going to slide along the surface carefully, not angering those worms, because they will attack my ship. Okay, so the plan is I need to get over there, but there's a lip in the cave which would definitely put me under 200 meters. So I'm going to have to very quickly slide under there and then slide back up. So this should be fun. And go. Ow. Oh, God. Here we go. This is a safe spot. If your ship gets damaged, you can pull out your repair tool and, well, repair it. Which you think would be common knowledge, but I guess not. Here's some floodlights, which, again, useful for lighting the outside of your base. Okay, I think I'm pretty much close enough to get to where I need to go. This is the Degassi base, or the Degrassi base, or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Now, the thing that I need is in the back of the base. And this is it. The basic double bed. Why is this useful? Well, to put it simply, whenever you sleep in this game, time passes like normal, which is useful for things like plants growing. Oh, that's spooky. That's a bit spooky. Can they reach me in here? Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, I'm poisoned. Oh, I'm running out of oxygen and I'm poisoned. Oh, and there's worms and they're angry. Oh. Oh, my God. Am I going to reach it? Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. That was close. Since I'm here, there's also something else I can pick up. Let's see if I can find it. Moonpool Fragment. This is where you can store your other... Oh! Oh! Scan the thermal plant and go! Scan the thermal plant and go! I hate this place. I hate it. This is the water This is the water filtration machine. You can stick this on the wall of your base and it'll give you salt and water from the seawater, which is pretty useful. Oh my God, I need to get out of here. Oh my God, I need to get out of here. Oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. And my Seamoth is lost forever. Oh, no. Well, needless to say, I'm pretty sad. Well, that was a fun adventure. Not really. Oh. There's all my stuff. Yeah, when you die, your stuff, it just goes there. Let me just fly straight above this and look one more time. Yes, I know. I've died once down here already, but why not risk it another time? Well, there was nothing else down there, which makes me kind of sad because I killed myself for nothing. But at least I showed off that if you died, you have a chance to get your stuff back. Now that we're coming up on the foggy area, it is revealed to be a giant mountain, which is a lot scarier than the other island. Specifically because there's two very bad creatures here. One of which is an octopus person-looking thing, which it can teleport you, whether or not you're in a vehicle. So if you see those things near the bottom of the ocean, run. Run away. They'll fling you out and you'll be in so much trouble. And the other one is called the Reaper Leviathan. I'd rather not talk about him. In fact, I'd rather not see him, ever. But anyway, now that we're here, I'm going to show you guys a useful area to get some materials. This little cave right here. Ow. Crabs. Ow. This little area right here has these things called the Shale Outcrop. Be right back. I'm going to kill every single crab in here. Okay, now that I've exterminated all the crabs I can see, this is a Shale Outcrop. I'll explain the difference between the three that you commonly find. The Limestone Outcrop is able to have titanium and copper in it. The Sandstone is able to have gold, silver, and lead in it. The Shale Outcrop is able to have lithium, diamond, and gold in it. What we want is exactly what I just got, diamond. So instead of gathering the diamond, I figured I'd just go ahead and get this over with. This is an alien base, and that is a broken fragment, which it's pretty useful that we found a hole in earlier. Let's see what happens if we walk up to this. Now we can enter the base. This is an ion cube. This is going to be useful for powering our way of traveling around. So I happened to forget that the thing I wanted to show you was not in the alien base, but was actually at the top of this mountain. So let me go ahead and run up there really quick. This is the teleporter. This will zip you somewhere that I think you'll like. Let's go ahead and put this ion cube in and step inside. So stepping out of the teleporter, walking up to this cave entrance, you could see you're back at the island you were at earlier. So this is a gateway between the food island and the mineral island, which I guess you can probably figure out is extremely useful if you don't already have a food resource. So now that I've showed you everything that I wanted to show you, we can get started on base building in the next episode. So until next time, see you later.